average women don't want average guys because they think that they're not average. They think that they're above average. How's that going to translate in the dating marketplace? You have average women that are going to be chasing after either exceptional or above average men. They're going to curve men who are average, who are actually on their level. That's why you get caught up with boys and in situationships and a guy never committing to you or a guy who's cheating on you because you're shooting out of your league. So if you think you're a 10, surely you must deserve a 10. You're going to chase after Chad. You're going to spend your 20s a bunch of dudes. You're never gonna like actually get into a proper monogamous relationship. You'd rather have the divided attention of a hyper attractive guy than actually have commitment from like an average dude because you think you're above average. That's the problem in the dating marketplace, and that's why this is a humble check.
I love when guys think it's a flex to be like, I don't chase women. Okay. Bye. Go find your husband then.
Okay, bye. Hey, I'm over here. Please don't go. Oh no, where are all the good men at? I love women genuinely, but what they say and what they actually mean are two completely different things. What you actually want him to be chasing is his goals, his dreams, his passions, and his desires, because that is his way of chasing the things that you truly want in the long term, which is long-term stability and a secure family.
And let me say this for these men who think they be getting over on these women, who be letting them have access to their vaginas raw. If a woman does not say anything about a condom, bro, that should scare you. That should scare you. That should trigger you. Your first time laying down with a woman and she don't even attempt to say, oh, hold on, wait, what are you doing? Where's the protection? That should scare you. Do you think that you're just that smooth, right? That she's just that reckless today that you just sliding in that coochie roll? Don't you know these women will burn you? They will give you an incurable disease, right? You'll call their phone and say, hey, you burnt me. And they'll say things like, you should have thought of that before you wanted to go with me raw. These people are sick. They're sick. It should have triggered you. It was too easy. This is supposed to be the most precious thing she has on her body, and she lets you go in it raw, first night, unprotected, no resistance, and you spit all in the club? And then you wonder why when you go to pee, your penis falls in the toilet? Subscribe to my YouTube, Nothing But The Truth podcast. Get your tickets to see me in Chicago. I'll be in Kansas this week, then St. Louis, then Nashville. Link in the bio. Tighten up, youngins.
This goes for both male and females. He didn't just stop loving you overnight. He stopped feeling respected by you. Men rarely leave all at once. They leave piece by piece, and it's not usually the big screaming fights. It's the small little jabs, the sarcasm, the eye pulls, the way you dismiss him in front of others. Every little moment chips away at his spirit until eventually he's done. He shuts down. He stops opening up. He stops sharing his world with you. And then he stops trying altogether because it's too late. That's why you see so many men who look physically present, but inside they've already left. Disrespect doesn't just bruise his ego. It suffocates the relationship. It kills intimacy. It kills desire. And once that connection is gone, it's one of the hardest things to bring back. So don't starve your relationship with constant disrespect for your partner. Don't think love alone can survive it, because once he checks out emotionally, the rest is only a matter of time. If this hit home for you, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from both the men and the women on this one. I know it can be a touchy subject, but that's what I'm here to do. Bring light to the subjects that not everybody wants to talk about, but we need to talk about it.
Let's debunk the patriarchy, at least the way it's described today. It's often framed as men building a system to benefit themselves, with little or no consideration for women. When in reality, for most of human civilization, the average man couldn't vote, didn't own land, and had no real say in the laws that he lived under. What he did always have were obligations. Being a man meant being expected to fight and to do dangerous work and to absorb the risk when things went wrong. Extremely limited agency paired with heavy responsibility. And we forget that formal authority was usually about duty and not control. The duty was to protect the women and children of society. And women weren't powerless spectators. They held real influence, running households, shaping values and religion, culture and tradition, raising the next generation. In other words, women may not have commanded the armies, but they shaped the people, values, and social structures that armies existed to protect. A role-based system built around survival. When we flatten that into an oppressor-victim story, we erase how constrained most men were and how much influence that most women actually had.
Yeah, when it comes to the whole like believe all women thing, unless the guy comes out and confesses that he did whatever is alleged to have been done, I'm assuming most men are going to say, I did not do that. So if we say believe all women, that smuggles in disbelieve men.
And it can mean that we have situations where people lie on it, and that's terrible. But it's
as a call taker, it happens a lot.
There should
Women
be
blame men for
consequences.
things that men never did to them. But, oh, he ghosted me. Oh, he dumped me. I've encountered way more false accusations than I have it's a real call.
Really? How long have you been doing?
I dispatched for about 15 years.
But so for that 15 years that you were a 911 operator, you're saying that the majority of the calls you got where a woman was alleging that she had been essayed.
In calls where women alleged there were more of the false calls than the real calls, yes.
Don't spin a block on him once you realize he was solid from the start, because a lot of women overlook good men for temporary feelings. He got money, he excited, he know how to talk, he know how to make you feel good, in the moment. But that's all it is, a moment. And once that fades, now you sitting there missing a man who was actually solid. The one who honored you, the one who gave you real time, the one who was consistent and made you feel safe, did the small things, the back rubs, the checking on you, the showing up for you, but you called him boring. That's the problem. Y'all be confusing peace with lack of excitement. A man who is stable, consistent, and intentional, that's rare. But you don't see it until you experience the opposite. Now you want to double back. No, leave him where you left him. Because you don't get to overlook someone's value, then come back once you realize what you lost. Good men don't stay available forever. And by the time you understand what he was, he already moved on to someone who did.
Those guys cannot afford American women. Those guys who look overseas for women and want a wife cannot afford American women. After about 2 to 5 months, you're gonna realize that you're not living a life of luxury. You're actually living with someone who everyone else rejected. You're gonna figure that out quick, because I've done consultations with green card wives. They needed an escape plan. They get you here, they get you your little green card, and then they tell you you need to go find a job to help them. Okay? They're gonna be like, oh, I love you, let's get married, da, da, da. As soon as you're able to work, guess what? You gotta go work. You ain't gonna be sitting here looking cute. You going straight to work to help them pay for their bills, okay? They just got an indentured server. Don't think just because somebody from America want you, you finna come live the life of luxury, because they want you to come work for them and pay half their bills because they can't get an American woman.
This one is so filled with rage.
If you're a woman and you hate feminism, then shut the fuck up like you would have to do without it. Shut the fuck up and go get married at 20 and submit to your husband and have his children and stop posting online and stop going to college and stop wearing jeans and live your life without it and see what that life is like. Because I'm sick of you guys getting on here and saying that you're not feminist or that you hate feminism when you don't even know what privileges it has afforded you. It's like using your phone every single day and then saying that you hate electricity. Why do you keep talking? Like you guys are using feminism to complain about how you hate feminism. Shut the fuck up.
These women have swallowed that it is a privilege to do all of these things that ultimately make them miserable, and that it is slavery to do all of the things that are innately feminine, like having a baby and taking care of children and leaning on a man and getting married young. They've been told that that's a sign of weakness and enslavement.
The first time a man show you that he'll choose another woman over you, you best to leave that man alone right then and there. Over with. Ain't no more talking, ain't nothing, over with. And they gonna choose theyself. No matter what stage or what you going through in your life, a man is gonna choose himself. That's why you gotta choose yourself. When you see he done chose another woman and he out there boasting and bragging and playing around with this other woman to piss you off or whatever the he think he getting off and doing, you gotta leave that alone, period.
You know what I am noticing? The want relationships more than the women these days, though. Like, I made a post about emotionally unavailable women like a month ago, and you should see all the comments saying like how the girls they just wanted to crack, and the they was cracking was pushing for the relationships. What the is happening. We gotta flip the script, dog. The are the ones that are wanting the relationships nowadays. It ain't even the women. You gotta you gotta ask her, what are we now?
And once again, this is what men are running into. Modern women keep on saying that I'm not lowering my standards. You can't lower your standards if you're not exceptional. You're not better than the average man. Well, I go to therapy, I do this isn't okay. Well, let's say that the ladies, let's establish that the ladies that go to therapy, they're exceptional. A lot of modern women like to point to that, okay? But we have to also look at some other things that, men kind of edge women out in. So let's look at a few things here, because they keep on talking about, well, because we have a house, because we go to therapy, and because we have a bachelor's degree, then we're better than you, right? Well, men are the backbone of trades, and this is readily available data. They're the backbone of trades, right? So you have a lot of men that are in skilled trades overwhelmingly dominating that. Then you have where these men are driving high demand sectors. And this isn't just entry level jobs. These are jobs that require specialized skills and are critical to the economy. So for instance, you might look at professions like concrete supervisors, masonry, fence installer, those types of things. Virtually 100% men. And these are things that men are getting into that don't have a lot of competition. Men are driving that, right? And you look at a growing and secure field, the demand for this type of work is expanding rapidly, right? So the construction industry hit an all-time employment high of 8 million in 2023. Furthermore, as the country updates its infrastructure and transitions to new energy sources, the BLS projects significant job growth for electricians, line installers, and construction laborers over the coming decade. Okay, so while y'all are talking about I'm a boss babe, I'm this, and this, you're going to have a way to conduct your business, and you're going to need energy to conduct it and run it. A man is going to be able to provide that for you. Number two, a college degree isn't a prerequisite for business acumen or entrepreneurial success. Okay, so you're going to have men that are holding a strong position in leading in entrepreneurship and small business ownership. Small business ownership, a majority, according to Pew Research, 61% of men. 61% of men, majority owned by men. So while you guys are talking about you starting businesses, 61% of men, okay? Sustaining the economy. Small businesses are the engine of local economies and male entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs are taking significant risks to build these enterprises. A recent report highlighted that 59% of small business owners are male, proving that many men are bypassing traditional corporate ladders to forge their own paths and create jobs. What? So y'all talking to me about and yapping to me about what's going on in college? And how women are buying houses, but men are starting businesses. What are we doing? What are we doing? Redefining advancement. The narrative that a bachelor's degree equals being further ahead relies on a narrow definition of success. Earning potential without debt. I'll say that again. Earning potential without debt. Many skilled trades offer competitive salaries that rival or exceed those of college graduates, particularly when factoring in the lack of student loan debt. The BLS notes that occupations like electricians and plant system operators boast median wages well above the national average. The invisible essential work during national crises, the workforce categorized as essential, those required to maintain public health, safety, and infrastructure, heavily relies on male-dominated fields like freight movement, utilities, and heavy maintenance. The stability of society rests on the shoulders of these workers. Yet this vital contribution is rarely framed as a societal advancement. I want y'all to understand that while you're out here running your mouths, You ain't doing it like you think you are.
So does height really matter when you guys are dating?
Yes.
Oh.
Actually,
I'm 5'1". I'm short, guys. So obviously,
everybody is taller than you.
No, that's not true. Because I have met some guys that
4'11".
check. Listen, for real, they like checked off the box, like all the boxes.
They always do.
Besides the height,
The shorter ones always do it. That's
and
what I
I'm
was
like,
gonna say.
like, there's this one guy that was just. Everything was hitting, and then height. And my best friend was like, "It's okay, you could just wear kitten heels all the time." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that." Like, no, I'm 5'1".
Yeah,
I'm 5'1".
but even in heels, you wouldn't be taller than someone 5'5".
Yes, because I like 5-inch heels, like 4 or 5-inch heels. Yes, I'm like right there. We're the same height. You looking at me like I don't like that.
I can't believe this is a conversation today. They have this level, like men that are not tall. They're extremely masculine and they're very manly and
because they lack in height.
For example, I was on a podcast with a guy, Trader. You guys know who I'm talking about. The guy with the braids that he was like, I'm a high value man. Yes. And then this other lady chewed him up because she's just like, dude, yes, you're tall. I don't want to say the word, but the assness. So I've dated a couple of men that were like my height, whatever. I'm 5'6". For some reason, they just always got their shit together. Very confident, very masculine, they just provide, they give you that safe space. Sometimes when guys are really
men
tall,
probably feel very safe.
Or they feel like they just got
knowing
it.
that they can get women just because of their height.
And here we are
because
talking about
they
it.
know that they're going to be looked at by women because they're as tall as they are. Women that are 5'1" are absolutely the women that need to be okay and don't need to be saying, I need a man that's 6 foot. And you need to be okay with that man that's 5'5". No, honestly, sometimes the height difference with a really tall man, like if you get a really nice like 6'4" ass nigga, and they're with a 5 foot ass, like, it's like,
don't be a hater. Don't be a hater.
Like, whoa, come on.
Step on the scale. I get ton of comments from women, ton of DMs from women telling me I'm a bad guy for what I do. No, you know who's the bad guy in the story? It's you. It's you for judging guys that check every box on your list besides the height requirement and you freaking reject them. You know what's unfair? When we judge based on weight and women over here get offended. Like, we're judging you based on something you could change, go to the gym, get healthy. We can't. Just because they're short people doesn't mean they're unhealthy. They check every box for you best husband material guys and you reject them based on their height. That's unfair. You guys are the villain. You guys are the bad guys. We're not the bad guys.
I might go on a little crusade here, so you can like this or not like this. Females specifically have way too high of standards today in general, in the things that are unchangeable. And then I think they have too low of standards on the things that are changeable. They've actually done crazy research on this where like they've gone to thousands and thousands of women in kind of dating prime age and kind of said, hey, what are you looking for in a guy? They'll go, income level, what do you think? Height, what do you think? Attraction level out of 10. I'll have all these things. They'll go down the list. Then they added all that data together. And in general, when you actually then take the data of these, you want a man that is 6 foot tall, that makes 150 grand, that is only 23, so like, how's he, that does this, and this. And then you divide the country, we have 350 million people in the country. You take out the kids, you take out the women, it's something like, 100 million plus men. Then you take out all the people that don't fit that category. And it's like, there's like 7 men in the nation that you could get married to based on what you just answered.
They're already married.
And they're already married, exactly. Exactly. What is crazy is I think just sometimes we have to be honest of how much our culture has created an illusion of like false standards and choice. I think there's so much pressure in dating culture, and I think a lot of people are really overwhelmed because it's so easy to buy the lie in the back of our head while we're dating that, well, there's just probably someone a little bit better out there still. And so it sounds so unromantic, but it's like, ladies, just be fine marrying a 6.
Not because I stand on what I said. The guy who has treated me the most like out of all the guys that I've dated was an ugly, literally the ugliest man.
What do you call yourself? Just asking. Also, nice septum ring nose piercing. Let's see if septum ring theory plays out here.
And out of all of them, treated me the worst. He looked like a rat. He was so ugly that when we were I had to close my eyes because I was scared that if I looked directly at him, I turned to.
Oh, he was so ugly that you had sex with him? He was so ugly that you spread your legs for him to literally get inside of you and be the most intimate two human beings can possibly be? Yeah, checks out, makes sense. You retarded freaking.
Oh, ugly fuck.
You're an ugly.
Guess who treated me the best out of all the boyfriends that I dated? The hot one with the big wiener.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe her. Believe no women is what I preach. And yeah, why don't I believe her? It's because I don't think an ugly septum nose piercing wearing like her, who is, by the way, obviously insufferable, could actually pull a hot guy with a big schlong. And if she did, what the F are you doing, dude? Come on, increase your standards. Men need better standards. They need to increase their standards where women need to decrease their standards, be humbled, and get back in the kitchen, if not the doghouse, because they're a bunch of freaking
Bradley is wrong about why women leave. His whole theory is that men got soft, beta husbands, lazy providers, and if guys would just man up, their wives would stay. His prescription is testosterone, his cure is 1955. Here's where he's missing it. Women file nearly 70% of divorces in this country, and most of the men that I've sat across from were working long hours, coming home to the kids, handling the things she never sees, and still they weren't doing enough. She isn't filing because she's doing two jobs. She's filing because she's been told she's doing two jobs. From inside the room, the women who file aren't the most tired. They're the most connected. She isn't divorcing you. She's divorcing the marriage she watches on her phone all day. The divorced friend posting beach photos captioned, "The soft life saved me." The TikTok therapist diagnosing her marriage in 60 seconds. The single mom influencer with the spotless kitchen, the calm kids, and a morning routine that never includes a husband. The IG coach selling boundaries courses where her husband is always the boundary. The post-divorce glow-up reel, new haircut, new body, new caption. I finally chose me. Every one of these is selling her the same story. The woman on the other side of the divorce is calmer, freer, hotter, and finally herself. Brad's fix is to go backwards, but you can't. You can't unspoil the algorithm. You can't put 2007 back in the box. She isn't filing because she's exhausted. She's filing because she's been told the next chapter is better. She's been told that by everyone in her phone.
Proverbs 21:9, better to live on the corner of the roof. Do you know what they put on their roofs 3,000 years ago? Animal dung. Better to sleep in the manure than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Listen, young single men, when you're dating, watch this. You need to pay attention. Is the girl that you're dating, is she naturally submissive to the God-given authority structures in her life? To healthy authority? Is she does she honor her parents? The God-given authority at her work, does she naturally honor and submit to those authorities? Because if she's real quarrelsome and she has this attitude of nobody tells me what to do, nobody's in control of me, I follow the Spirit of God. This is what Christian manipulative girls do. I don't follow you, I follow the Spirit of God, okay? Now, yes, we always Jesus above human authorities, but in healthy situations, the Spirit of God will lead you to submit to the authority structures God's put in place. And if she's got a quarrelsome spirit, watch out. Because someday you become the authority structure and she's going to do that to you. So this is what it's saying right here. Let me read another verse. Proverbs 21:19. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. Better and have your eyes plucked out of your eye sockets by buzzards. Bible verse. Than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife.
A lot of women say they want a strong man. They say they want a man who can lead, who knows what he wants, who makes decisions, who provides direction, all of that masculine energy. But the second that kind of man actually shows up and starts taking the role, suddenly it's, don't tell me what to do. Why do you think you can control me? Who do you think you are? See the irony? You want structure, but you've been conditioned to see any form of masculine leadership as a threat. Because somewhere, maybe in your past, structure didn't feel safe. It felt like control. Maybe you had a father or a past partner who was controlling, who used power as punishment instead of protection. So now when a healthy man steps in and sets a boundary, you interpret it through the same lens of fear. But here's the truth. A healthy masculine man isn't trying to dominate you. He's trying to protect peace. He's not saying, you can't do that. He's saying, I want us to move in alignment. I want to make sure we are safe. I want to build something stable. You can't keep screaming for safety and then reject the very energy that provides it. If you want to feel held, you have to stop fighting the hands that hold you. Masculine leadership, when it's healthy, isn't about control. It's about direction, clarity, and peace. And the moment you stop confusing protection with oppression, your entire experience of love will shift.
You know, it's funny because a lot of these women are talking about, well, men can't afford American women, right? And why would you want to? If the price of something is too high, why would you buy it? And just because it's priced high doesn't mean that it's worth it. That's how you get bad reviews. That's how you get people that are skeptical. That's why you have to give out samples of something. That's why you have to have a trial of something. If you have subscription service or something like that, and it's money that people are thinking, man, I'm going to lose this money. I don't know if it's going to work. If you have that type of business model, you're going to be hard. Unless people are like, man, I got to have this and it's an essential need, they're not coming in the door. So modern women, your business model is based off of, I'm going to cater to high value clients, people with money, right? Men with money. I'm going to cater to them. But your resume they don't have that. And so that's when you're going to have to go out there and sleep with the man to let him know your value. You're going to have to throw yourself on the man. I'll give you a taste of what I got to offer. And then you've already given it up to him. And he gets to decide, I'm not really interested in this, right? But even so, most people that can't afford this high quality good see right through the BS and say, you know what? I don't have to buy Oreos, or I don't have to buy Coca-Cola. This is a cheap replacement right here. Tastes just as good. It doesn't have to taste like the actual thing, but tastes just as good. That's why you have, when you go into Sam's or Walmart, great value. That's why when you go into H-E-B or Kroger, you have whatever their brand is. This is what we sell. It's an alternative and it's cheaper. A lot of people buy that cheaper alternative and they find out it's just as good. So when a man goes overseas and they find somebody that's not as expensive as you are, they find out that woman is just as good as you without the high price tag. They find out that woman is feminine, even better than you. And some people say, man, I like these even better than the original. That's you. You shouldn't be proud of that. People like the alternative. Men like the alternative versus you. The alternative is better than you. They make a better product than you. Women are acting better than you. And you're supposed to be trained. You're supposed to have access to a whole bunch of stuff, YouTube, and my mom is still in my life and all this other nonsense. The alternative is better than you.
In all facts, marriage is overrated in this generation. And I think it's a terrible deal for men. Justice for married men. Listen, 90% of married men are not happy in a place they call their home. 50% are far gone. They didn't live to tell the story. 20% opted out because he that fight and run to fight another day. You get to the point now, the remaining 20, they don't know what to do. They are trying to be happy, pretending to be happy, living their last day on earth. You get to the point now, listen, men are not asking too much. The only thing a man wants from his woman is peace of mind. Peace of mind. The way God created man cannot function without peace because men are deep thinkers. They need peace to be able to create something out of their life. You get to the point now, women in the other hand, they don't need peace. Yes, they want peace, but they don't actually need peace. If a woman is truly at peace with you, she will think you are cheating on her. You get to the point now, or she will think you don't love her. Check up on your man. If you have any man in your life, try to check up on him. Whether your son, your boyfriend, or your husband, men are going through a lot. Justice for married men. You get to the point now, justice for married men, though. Peace out.
Since men don't approach women anymore, I guess I should start going up to men. I live in a city, and literally anytime I'm walking anywhere, anytime I see a cute guy, it's always heads down, headphones in, he won't look it.
That is because dating has become a humiliation ritual for us guys. I did approach a woman like 3 years ago. If you think I'm gonna be doing that again, kiss my I got laughed at so much. When I went home, I just cried. It literally got to the point where I had to switch classes. I've seen so many videos being like, no, we don't want you to approach us, stay the away from us. We don't know who to approach. Nowadays, you are not going to be expecting, oh, you know what? I look pretty today. A guy's definitely gonna approach me. No, that's absolutely not true. Like, woman, you have absolutely no idea how hard it is to approach you guys. It's so horrible. I would literally choose over approaching a woman. This is gonna sound really pathetic, But I would rather have a robot girlfriend than go through the entire process of trying to get a girl's number. I know, it sounds real pathetic, but it is true. I'm not gonna speak for other guys, but I'm not approaching. Like, ever. Honestly, being single does sound a lot better than just getting humiliated.
When you project all women,
right,
the average height for a woman is 5'4". The average weight is about 170.
What?
Y'all Google it out there and see if I'm lying.
Hey, you know what the funny thing is, too, Unc?
What's that?
Hey, Joe, 5'4" and 170, if it's proportionate to and
Boy,
everything
boy, you got
right
him on your
areas,
hands.
boy, who you telling, boy?
Ooh-wee.
Oh, my God.
Ooh-wee. Hey, I told you, I told you the one that pulled, the one that pulled that pistol on your boy.
Yeah.
Smooth like this. Not a dimple, not a pimple, not a wrinkle, not a crease, not a divot, nothing.
Oh, man.
Bounce quarters off a booty. Hey, what Google say?
Average height, 5'3" to 5'4". Average weight, 168 to 171 pounds. Yeah, he was right.
Now, you get you one that's athletic, Lord have mercy.
Don't forget to check the ankles now.
When
Check
I'm checking the ankles, they eye level. They look to the right to see them, Ocho. I'm just saying, you talking about check the ankles? That must be what you talking about. These women today, they ain't not built like these women like when we were coming up, Ocho.
You hear me?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, it's different.
And these teachers, man, our teacher was 70 years old when I was in 3rd grade.
You see some of these teachers now, boy.
What?
Hey, Joe, I wouldn't have missed one class, Joe.
All right, I have a question for the male population. So, any specifically single men, if you're watching this, please comment. And I think this data is going to be really helpful for all single females. If you are a single man and you are out working or out and about, whatever it may be, and a girl approaches you in a friendly, kind way and wants to know if you're single or is just trying to talk to you, do you like that? Do you have any tips on how to do that? I was out with a friend today and we saw a really attractive male in a coffee shop. He was obviously working and we see them all the time, right? We live in Chicago, but we are not just gonna go up to them, right? Not sure how to ever approach a situation like that, but I'm just really curious from the male perspective, what is a good way to do that? Because sometimes I'm really sick of seeing these guys who look like they're working really hard, really cool, but I'm so terrified to approach, but sometimes that's just the situation. So I hope some men see this because I want some feedback. Let us know some tips and tricks or just let us know.
I just saw a guy crack the code on how to approach a girl. This is the best way to approach a girl, and it's kind of funny how he said it. He said, you need to go up to a girl and you need to compliment her nails. Yes, compliment her nails, but don't just compliment her nails. It can be anything that's kind of girly pop. Don't compliment a physical trait because then it's like, oh, he wants me. Oh, he's being too much. Oh, but if you compliment a girl's nails, if you compliment her hair, if you compliment her makeup, and you say, oh, I love your makeup, it looks amazing on you, or your eyes really pop with that makeup. If you come at it from how the gays would compliment us, it comes across as non-threatening. We instantly feel more comfortable talking to you. He's not looking us up and down and treating us like an object, being like, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you're so gorgeous. You're treating us like a bestie, like someone that we can just talk to and share and, where did you get your rings? Oh, I got them from here. Oh, your nails look amazing. Did you just get them done? Oh yeah, that color is so fall. If you start talking like we're one of our best friends, our guard comes down, we feel more comfortable talking to you, and then on top of that, if we find out you're actually not, you've won. It's like, oh, I feel comfortable with him, he's treating me with respect, he likes my style, he likes my nails, oh, we're having fun, we're having good banter, oh, and he's actually kind of cute, oh, and that's the way to do it.
This young lady has a message to the men.
Okay, we need to normalize guys approaching girls at the gym because right now it's just awkward for everyone.
I've been seeing a lot of videos with women saying this, but I'm gonna go ahead and translate what she's actually trying to say.
There will be a guy I see every day, we make eye contact, we do the little half smile thing, and then nothing ever happens.
So there's some guy in the gym, he's 6'8", built like LeBron James. They make eye contact and they smile at each other every day. And because of that, she feels special, not knowing he's making eye contact and smiling at a lot of girls in the gym because he's 6'8" and built like LeBron James.
This goes on for weeks. At that point, we're basically coworkers. I'm not asking to be hit on mid-squat or anything, but if you catch me between sets and just say hi, that's not weird. What's weird is pretending we don't recognize each other after making eye contact 40 times. Like, grow a pair and come talk to me.
So fellas, let me be clear on what she's saying. She wants that guy to come talk to her, not you. Don't you go walking over there, you're gonna end up on a TikTok video. When these women say this, they are talking to specific men. They're not talking to all of us. So do not get tricked, do not get fooled. Don't let her shame you into doing it, trying to make us feel like we're weak if we don't go over there and talk to her. She's not talking to us. She is talking to him. And most of these women making these videos, they are talking to specific men. They're not talking to the rest of us. This is why you see some women online saying, don't talk to us, and other women saying, talk to us. Because the women who are saying don't talk to us, those are the regular men approaching. The women who are saying come talk to us, those are the good looking men that they want to approach. So don't get it twisted, fellas. I'm just trying to save you some time. That's all I'm doing.
The only people I ever see say body count doesn't matter are feminist women and pleasure-driven men who benefit from casual hookups. And both of them are hurting women. Here's the thing about feminist women who say body count doesn't matter. Ask them what theirs is and they won't even tell you. And that tells you everything. The things that truly don't matter to you, you talk about freely. You don't have to hesitate. And the fact that they go quiet means they already know. They know that a high body count isn't something to be proud of. They just don't want to be held accountable for it. A lot of these feminist women, they say they want a masculine man. They say they want love and they want commitment. They're always the ones asking, why are there no good men left? Because they refuse to listen to what men actually want. Masculine men, I'm not talking about the ones that are chasing hookups. I'm talking about masculine men have said over and over again that body count matters to them. And women call them misogynistic for it instead of just listening. If you want a man to commit to you, at some point you have to care about what he actually wants. You can't reject everything that a man values and then wonder why he won't commit to you. Body count doesn't matter until you want to get into a relationship with a purpose-driven masculine man, then it matters a lot.
That voice memo is exactly what happens when therapy culture and hookup culture have a baby. That's what you get. And the reason why I come on this app and I'm constantly telling people, do not participate in any type of dynamic that you do not want, is because you are training men how to treat you. If you hold boundaries, then men take a hint. So no, I'm not surprised that stuff like that emerges.
One thing about me, I ain't gonna beg you to get your together. I ain't gonna beg you to do right, and I ain't gonna beg you to stay. I'm gonna simply get my move on. One thing I ain't gonna do is waste my time with another. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be out here dating, and you ain't got no intention to do right. So stay your away from me. I don't know who hurt you back then and all that, but I'm not the person that did it. So don't come over here with all this extra trying to me over just because you got hurt. Take your hurt back over there and finish that with them. You know what I'm saying? And when you heal up, still don't come over here because you're still not healed yet.
Well, we're talking about modern women wanting a masculine man. They're wanting an alpha man. And then they're, the one was talking about you get upset when the man sets a boundary. Well, when you have a masculine man or you have a man that's quote unquote alpha, the man's not going to, he's already done it. He already knows what he's doing. He already knows where he wants to go. So if he steps in, he's not going to be asking a lot of questions because he already knows what he's doing. Well, I want to make a man that takes initiative. A man that takes initiative he's not going to be asking you anything and it's not to disrespect you. It's because he already knows what he's doing. And if you're insecure, which a lot of modern women are, you're insecure and you don't trust and you don't want to relinquish control, you're not going to work with an alpha man. You're not going to work with an ultra masculine man. The man that you're asking for, he's going to leave you in the dust. I'm not going to say he's smarter than you, but he definitely moves faster than you do. He's able to gather information and go, okay, I want to go this, and he's moving at the speed of light. And so when you're thinking about and you're still planning on what to do and your direction, he's already moved. And he's fallen and he's making mistakes and he's already fixed the mistakes by the time you start to move. He moves too fast for you. He's too advanced in that way. He makes a decision just like that. And that's what y'all can't handle about these masculine men that y'all are asking for. You can't keep up with them. That's just the way it is.
A lot of guys, especially in this day and age, a lot of guys are seeing that women aren't bringing a lot to the table, and it's very unnerving because women have a huge capacity, but they're not spending their whole life exploring that and expanding on what they can do and what they can give. So they're coming into the dating world thinking, oh, I'm just attractive, I'm beautiful, and this guy's gonna pay for all my plastic surgery, and he's just gonna buy me this nice house in the coolest neighborhood in our town, and he's gonna buy me this car and do all this stuff for me, and all I'm gonna do is sit home and go to my appointments and, you know, have some babies, get a nanny, not even have babies. They don't even want to have a lot of the time, these women. They just want to do IVF and very sterile, very clean, get on with their life. And the guys get so shortchanged, and it's absolutely not fair. And guys need to have higher standards and have expectations of, yeah, you know what? I do want to marry somebody intelligent. I want to marry somebody interesting, somebody confident, somebody who is just naturally beautiful and who's not looking for the next best thing or to keep up with the Joneses and all of that. Because when you get down to the nitty-gritty of the day-to-day life, sometimes what you'll find is that if you're not completely aligned with each other, that relationship will start to fracture at every possible corner and direction, you know, that you could think of. And when that starts to happen, not even almost impossible, it is impossible to reconfigure that in a way that will work for either person. And the women a lot of times get such a good deal because they get everything paid for and they didn't really want anything else from the guy. So guys have to be super careful when they're picking their lifelong partner, because this is, you have to consider, going to be the mother of your children.
What kind of career do those women have when they come to you?
I mean, I don't really care about it.
Why not?
Because generally speaking, men don't care about a woman's career. We just don't.
But you said you should bring more to the table. So why not a career?
Let's say me and you were on a date, right? And I told you,
no.
hypothetically, bear with me here. I know you hate me and everything. We're on a date and I tell you, hey, look, I have like this awesome Jordan collection. I got these designer wallets. I got like this walk-in closet. It's awesome. What's your thoughts with that?
You buy a lot of expensive things. Yes.
Okay, so what else comes to mind when I'm talking about my obsession for fashion?
You like fashion. You like to dress up, essentially.
Okay, what's your opinion on that? Would it be fair to say that you'd be indifferent to me saying that?
Yes, because
okay, hold on.
What's the point?
Pause that. Thank you. That's exactly how we feel about women's careers.
What? What do you mean? What
No, hold on, no. I really want you to take that in.
Huh?
That same level of indifference, right, that you have, for me having an awesome wardrobe or sneakers or whatever, you're indifferent to it. That's exactly how men feel about women's careers, because my wardrobe doesn't benefit you, right? It doesn't benefit you.
No.
Same thing. A woman's career doesn't benefit us. It doesn't benefit us because we're still going to be expected to be a protector and a provider.
You know the man you decided to lay down and create a life with, that you see every day? Why don't you go back and live with him and work it out? Instead of trying to do this over and over again with new guys who ain't gonna marry you. And they got nothing invested in your son. How about that?
He lives with his parents. I don't want to move to his parents' house.
Okay, well, ma'am, you picked it.
I did. I'm not bashing
So
or anything.
instead of he moved to his parents, were you guys living in a house together when you were married?
We were, yes.
All right. Any kind of mental problems or anything like that right now?
No.
And he could move into your house with your son and put his family back together. I know it's crazy to think that the person you made a baby with would have more of an interest in making sure that your son and his son had the best outcome versus random guys coming through the house just to have interactions with you, knowing they don't want to stay for a long time. Just a thought, especially since you can honestly say today, you didn't really give therapy an open shot. But it sounds to me that he's still reasonable enough with you to where he's co-parenting effectively.
He is.
Well, then what do you want? Do you want love, romance? Do you want a soulmate? Is that what you want?
I do.
Then go watch a damn Disney movie. You're a mother. You get duty. Duty to your son, duty to your husband, duty to your family. The women who came before you guys understood that they needed to have a duty to everyone else, not just their fifis.
Women did not want women's liberation.
What?
Yes, everybody assumes and believes that women kind of looked around in the 19th century and they went, you know, we're oppressed. We don't have any rights. I wish I could work. I wish I could get away from my husband who drinks and beats me. And they marched and they picketed until they had voting rights and equality in the workplace. That's the story everyone's heard, and it's not correct at all. It's in fact, it's the opposite. So we had this big fight in the late 1800s between pro-suffrage groups and anti-suffrage groups. Most women in the United States and England, they far outnumbered by joining the anti-suffrage groups. They were very much against it. And these groups would debate, and women didn't want it. They thought they had a lot of great things going on already that were going to get ruined by suffrage. Only men could be held responsible for debt. There was something called breadwinner laws that said, look, women have to raise kids and be pregnant and have babies. So we have to hold men responsible for financially taking care of women and children. So women couldn't be thrown into a debtor's prison. They couldn't be held legally liable for repaying a loan or anything like that. The anti-suffragists said, you're going to see a lot of divorce. You're going to see broken up families because it's going to pit husband and wife against each other. Political interests will be used to drive a wedge between men and women and break up families. And then we're all going to be a bunch of single moms. We're all going to have to work. Like they literally predicted that.
Women are not going to be receptive to this. Their whole identity has been built from this feminine monster dog, and it's all like lie.
Do women really like bad guys? Man, I think about it sometimes and I'm like, my life would be so much easier if I just liked nice guys, right? If I liked guys who were honest, guys who were kind, generous, thoughtful man who's gonna bring me flowers or something, I don't know. You know, I liked guys who just went out of their way and thought about me. The bare minimum. If I just liked guys who gave me the bare minimum, that would be awesome. But I am a little bit more below than that, right? I like liars. I do. I'm gonna admit it. I like men who are men who are going to treat me like I do. I like men who are going to go out of their way to make me jealous. And then they come back and I'm like, babe, why'd you do that? I like to feel something because I'm a pretty happy person, pretty peaceful person on my own. So when I have a guy come in and f up my life and make me feel something, I'm like, I love this. I love this. This is so great. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Okay, I didn't ask for this life. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. Okay, I didn't ask my dad to leave. He just did.
You guys, I asked my grandfather today, what does it look like when a wife submits to a husband? And he says when she renounces her ego. Do you guys know how deep that is? When she renounces her ego. And this generation is literally teaching us to feed our egos. It's teaching society, the women today, to be women in male fields. But when you learn to renounce your ego, you get let go of your pride. You know that you can be 100% right in a situation, but yelling in his face is not going to do anything because you know that prayer works. Renouncing your ego, allowing him to lead even when he's still figuring things out, but still trusting the fact that God is going to speak to him. Renouncing your ego, allowing him to be wrong, right? Be wrong and then come back later and say, hey, I was wrong. But you're not rubbing it in his face that he's wrong and that he never listens to you. But you realizing that allowing him to sit in the moment, you begin to learn that he does better when you tell him what he's doing right instead of what he's doing wrong. You learn that even suggesting to him is more impactful than demanding him. So when he said that, it radicalized my mind. It changed my perspective on many things. And it made me want to become more Christ-like as a woman. It did. And it made me realize that, man, when God sends my husband, yo, that man gonna be blessed. All this wisdom that I'm getting, yo, that man gonna be blessed, yeah.
Would you live on a planet with all women?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I would. Yes, I would. Yes. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I would.
Absolutely. We run the world.
No, I'd feel very unsafe.
Would you live on a planet with all men?
No. Nah.
Hell no.
Y'all see the difference? Y'all see the delusion? Regardless of us talking about y'all, not agreeing with how y'all modern women move nowadays, we still understand that we love and we need y'all. Y'all don't, but then y'all still walk around with this mentality of a to do this, that, and the third for you. It doesn't make sense.
My girl's body count is 5 before me. Red flag. She's only been with 5 guys? No, that's not a red flag. That's not many. Firstly, you shouldn't know what her body count is at all. You shouldn't ask. She shouldn't have told you. That's just totally immature, all of it. Don't ask people their body count, guys. Don't tell people your body count. That's private information. And 5? No, that's nothing. I've helped women achieve 10 out of 10s who've slept with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of guys. And they're in 10 out of 10 relationships and have been for years, and it's totally beautiful. It doesn't matter. Shut up about it. Body counts. If you need more help, guys, book in a call. I want to help as many people as I can achieve a 10 out of 10. I want to help you achieve a 10 out of 10 too.
And, I really appreciate the woman, kind of saying what men are going through. A lot of men are seeing that there's not a lot of women out here that have really explored what they can do for a man. They just want to know what a man can do for them. And she said it right there. A lot of these modern women, they sit up here and they'll talk about, well, this is what a man can do for me. This is how he can help me out. But then there's not really any talk about, well, what can I do for a man? Even going and having babies, a man says, well, I want children. I don't really want to get pregnant like that. I don't want to put my body out like that. I don't want to put my body on the line like that. But you want the man to jump downstairs and be able to protect and provide. You want, hey, man, in this big house, I want you to go room by room and make sure that I'm safe. Make sure that nobody's there. I want you to walk around the perimeter. I want you to scale the walls of this house. I want you to call the police department and meet with them and have them go around the house. If the police can't get on the roof, I want you to get a fire department out here and make sure I am completely safe in the middle of the night, knowing that you have to go to work in the morning. That's what I want you to do. But they don't want to give a man, they don't want to sacrifice for a man. They don't want to give a man anything. And therein lies the problem. And that's why men are not taking a lot of these modern women seriously.